makes total sense. Like, what are you talking about? I simply can't take it anymore. Today, I am going to defend Lirin. Let's talk about it. So, why am I defending Lirin? I think that the amount of hate that he gets is unwarranted. Number one, Lirin is objectively an absent, unsupportive father for about 2 years of Kaladin's life. He was horrible, okay? I get it. But he was not a bad father to Kaladin in his youth. And I want to give a specific quote that I think frames part of why Lirin is completely essential to every part of this story, and why without him, not only literally would we not have Kaladin, but we wouldn't have the Kaladin that we know today. So in chapter 37 of The Way of Kings, Lirin talks about how he had once thought that he would just pack up the family and leave and go ahead and take Kaladin to Kharbranth to go to surgeon school because of how they begin to treat him after, like, once Roshon shows up. Kaladin is taken aback by that and he says, you know, why don't we go then? Why haven't we left? And Lirin says, I don't know. We should leave. It makes sense. We have the money. We aren't wanted here. The city lord hates us. The people mistrust us. The Stormfather himself seems inclined to knock us down. I tried very hard to leave once, but there's a tie between a man's home and his heart. I've cared for these people, Cal. Delivered their children, set their bones, healed their scrapes. You've seen the worst of them these last few years, but there was a time before that. A good time. They're mine, son, and I'm theirs. They're my responsibility now that Wistiau is gone. I can't leave them to Roshon. That sentiment is that not Kaladin in a nutshell? Is that not Kaladin's big, almost fatal flaw to a point, is that he feels so responsible for all of the people around him, for protecting them, for saving them, caring for them? That is something he learned from his very present, loving, and hardworking father who felt a deep responsibility to the people in this town. This is the core of where Kaladin comes from. Can you fault a man for having a hard moral line against killing people? He's anti-military. That's like so normal. And to him, I think that Lirin has great reasons for wishing that his son wasn't a soldier, that his son wasn't seeing battle. To hurt is the antithesis of what a surgeon is, of the meaning of life and of support. You know, this is a thing that makes total sense. Like, what are you talking about? It drives me crazy because there are fathers in these books who commit heinous crimes against children, trade their children because they have a least favorite to go and live with who they think is a monster, who lock a child up for an undetermined amount of time for an undisclosed illness, who, like, there's so many things that happen in these books that are objectively bad. But even Lirin's worst, he's able to admit eventually that he is wrong. He is able to see the hope and the life that Kaladin gives to people through what he does, through what happens in the tower. Lirin is able to acknowledge his faults and to come back from them, to ask his son for forgiveness and to receive it. That is so far ahead of what so many other fathers and so many other characters in these books are willing to do. And you have the audacity to say that Kaladin should have let him fall? Who would Kaladin be without Lirin? I've said my piece. Everyone needs to relax.